Welcome to the Ben Dano Podcast, where we're calling a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Was the fist in the throat the straw that breaks the camel's back when it comes to Kathy Engelbert's future as commissioner of the WNBA? Is Adam Silver going to step in at the end of this season and say, Kathy, you've taken us as far as you can take us? You put it in quotations, you got us a new media rights deal. You saw us through a generational, a transformational CBA deal. You've been part of the league expansion. It's time for your job to come to an end. We are moving in a different direction. Now, I know a lot of people say, Kathy, it's time for you to go, Kathy. You don't speak up with Caitlin. You don't speak up with the refs. You don't speak up. Kathy, it's time for you to go. Now, what I want people to think about as well, as long as the WNBA continues to be a league that puts activism and message before product and profitability, no matter who is commissioner of the WNBA, they will always be coming up short of whatever expectations we have. As long as the WNBA continues to be more about message than product, more about activism than profitability, no matter who they install as commissioner of the WNBA, they will always come up shorter than expectations. They will always toe the line not to upset, let's face it, the majority players of the WNBA, the black lesbians in the WNBA. They will always toe that line. They will always be scared to upset that group of players in the WNBA. Just is what it is. Christine Brennan joins the conversation. Kathy Engelbert needs to go. But before we get into that, Geno Auriemma comes out and says the quiet part out loud. There are players in this league that would like nothing more than to kick Caitlin Clark's ass night in and night out. And I know he's talking about physical play, physicality. I'll take it one step further, Geno. I think that there's actually players in this league that would like nothing more than to be given a reason to take a shot at Caitlin Clark. They're looking for a reason to take a cheap shot at Caitlin Clark. And I don't mean a cheap shot like bringing up the ball high and spinning it. I don't mean that. I mean sucker punching the face of the league. There are players in this league that would like nothing more than to lay a cheap shot on CC22. Let's get right into it, shall we? Like the video, hype the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. Let's start with Geno Auriemma's comments when it comes to the players in this league and how they want to play Caitlin Clark.
Now, having said that, I do think there are some personal animosities in that league where people are going to take a shot at her unfairly.
Personal animosities, not competitive fervor. Personal animosities, aka hatred, jealousy, envy.
No question about that. No question about that. And anybody can deny it all they want. Okay, anybody can deny it all they want. Because if I'm wrong, then there will be a lot more people coming to her defense, and they're not, and neither am I, because I don't.
If I'm wrong in saying that people have hate towards Caitlin Clark, if I'm wrong in saying that people have personal animosity towards Caitlin Clark, then more people would be telling us that I'm wrong. More people would be coming to her defense, and they're not coming to her defense because I'm right. That's what Geno Auriemma is saying. That's why there's only a small section of people coming to Caitlin Clark's defense. The Caitlin Clark cult, as we've been labeled, apparently. Interesting.
I'm coaching the league and I don't play in the league. But, yes, it shouldn't be a national referendum. And, yes, there are players in that league that would love to kick her ass every minute of every day.
There are players in that league that would love to kick her ass every minute of every day. Saying the quiet part out loud, Geno, and I appreciate you for doing so. Let's move on to Christine Brennan calling on Kathy Engelbert to be replaced over the mishandling of Caitlin Clark.
Do you believe that Kathy Engelbert should be replaced as the commissioner of the WNBA?
I do. I do. I've known Kathy for a while. I like her. She's a woman in a man's world. She ran Deloitte. We're a few years apart in age. I totally respect that as someone who.
Was she qualified to run Deloitte? Or was Deloitte going through the, oh, let's just make it a first woman to run Deloitte type deal? Was she qualified?
Had a lot of that being the only woman in the press box or whatever. University of Miami, as you know, and other places, maybe one or two of us, and that was the only woman in the locker room, etc. So I respect her background and her leadership and this great resume that she has. I don't get this. I don't get it at all. The paralysis, the inability to, well, I will not even editorialize. I will say the facts. The number of times that Kathy Engelbert has been asked by journalists, picking out John Wertheim with 60 Minutes as an example, asked about Caitlin Clark, and then her answer is, well, Caitlin an angel.
And I pulled up this clip, Ashley, for you before we get to what Kathy, before we finish what Christine said.
From now.
I noticed when you're asking about Caitlin a lot, you bring up other rookies as well.
No leagues ever.
Even the 60 Minutes interviewer pointed that out on the spot and noticed it. Continue, Christine.
And John Wertheim, to his great credit, wonderful friend and obviously great colleague, says, no, I didn't ask you about Angel. I only asked you about Caitlin. And then in her the WNBA playoffs I covered in the finals in 2024, went on and on about all the things that had happened that year: record-breaking attendance, the TV viewership, moving to bigger arenas, all because of one person, Caitlin Clark. And throughout that, I think it was close to 20 minutes, 18, 19 minutes, Kathy Engelbert never said the words Caitlin Clark, never uttered.
She's Voldemort. Folks, in 2024, Caitlin Clark was like Voldemort. How scared some of these people were to say her name and give her the credit that she deserved.
Her name. So something's going on and leadership is needed. And when you have a void like this, the void is filled with anger and aggression, and you get things like that picture that's going to last forever of Alyssa Thomas's fist on the throat of Caitlin Clark, the woman who's responsible for the charter flights and more money, at least in some ways, with the collective bargaining agreement that Alyssa Thomas is getting. So that fist to the throat and also kneeing her groin beforehand. And then the very weak penalty, that's the other thing. Slap on the wrist, $1,000 fine for a woman, Alyssa Thomas, making $1.2 million this year, obviously because of the increase in interest and the salaries, in part because of Caitlin, large part because of Caitlin Clark, and also just a one-game suspension.
Yep, slap on the wrist. Now, do I think Kathy Engelbert should be fired? I do, under the circumstances that they put somebody actually qualified to do the job. They put somebody actually qualified to do the job. They put somebody that says, all right, all you teams, you're required to come out and stand for the national anthem. Kathy Engelbert allows these players not to stand for the national anthem. Kathy Engelbert bends over backwards to allow these players to put whatever message that they think they're putting out in the atmosphere. They need to get a commissioner that says, no, we're going to have some order here. We're going to bring some order to this league. We're going to start actually acting in a professional manner in this league. I'm going to hold players accountable in this league. I'm going to be asking a lot of the players in this league. This is going to be a league. This is going to be a league about making money, not a league about making statements. They need a commissioner like that. But I'm also pretty sure the WNBA will never have a commissioner like that. Why? Because they'll always are going to be getting paid, funded, and supported by Big Brother NBA. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, hype the video, and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.